Hello, welcome to today's reading. Today we're going to be doing what you need to hear. So let's see what groups we have. Group 1, please. Group 1, we have the King of Cups. Group 2, we have the Wheel. So these are the cards. They're very similar looking, but they're different. This is Group 1. This is Group 2. Group 1, Group 2. So I'm going to leave these up here for like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause if you need to. If you chose Group 1, this is going to be your reading. We have the Wheel of Fortune as our base card. That gives me the vibes that today we're going to be talking about some sort of change or that things are turning in your favor. Let's get our Oracle cards. I'm going to shuffle a little bit of the Moonology Oracle deck. We're also going to get some other Oracle decks, but we're going to start with this one. What's going on in their life? What's going on in the person's life? What do they need to hear? We're just going to take one of these. We'll do the one that first came. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. You could be a Gemini. You could also be a Aquarius. I heard Aquarius in my head. I should have just went with it. I was just looking at a zodiac. So you could be a Gemini or Aquarius. Gemini rising, I heard. Okay, what do they need to hear? We have the boundaries. I think you finally have set some boundaries, or you're going to finally set some boundaries, possibly. What's going on? What do they need to hear? The last deck I just used was the, what is it called? The Woodland Wardens, and then we have the Magical Spirit, which is the one I'm using right now. Memento Mori, Life, Presence, Depth. And it says the meaning is in the middle, between life and death. Okay. I think you are finally setting boundaries with someone. I think this is a love reading or a friend reading. Something. It's something. I think you're finally setting boundaries with someone. Maybe now. Maybe you already did. This card wants to come out. We'll take it. The Star. Maybe you are soon. If that resonates, then this is probably your reading. If not, stick around to see, but if it doesn't resonate, that's fine too, and you can go to the other reading. If that doesn't resonate, I have other readings on my page. And you also could see another reader, up to you. I do have personal readings that are available on Fiverr, and if you join my Patreon, you can get it for cheaper with the tier, but if you join for free, which it is free to join, you can join for free. Okay, we have Boundaries, the Star. Let's get 3 cards. The World. All major arcana so far. That's way too many cards, Spirit. Let's do that again. Can we get a card? And the Tarot deck is the Under the Oath Tarot deck. The Queen of Wands. I felt like the Queen of Wands was going to come out. I just felt it. I should have said something. Maybe you should. That's what it is you need to say something. I should have said something. I should have said something. I keep saying I should have said something. I think I did. It might have been a different reading that I did that I said that, but I've been saying it, and so definitely for this reading, because we have boundaries here, and that really stuck out to me, which is the porcupine and the anemone. Taking me a sec there. Kind of realizing what you want, and what I think you're also realizing the meaning of life, which is a whole different thing and really deep. But with Memento Mori, that's giving me like, what is the meaning of life? Sorry, that's really deep. This isn't the deepest reading, I don't think, but that was deep. So, the Boundaries card, which you did come for a reading. So, boundaries. It is time to set these boundaries, and I think you're going to be setting these boundaries very, very soon with someone, or with friends, or with family. Maybe with both, maybe with a lover. Maybe it's just all of the above, honestly. I feel like it is for some of you. Just multiple people, multiple friends, just boundaries. Maybe with online friends for some of you. The Star, it definitely could be online friends for some of you. Maybe you're setting boundaries with yourself on what you're able to do and what you're not. Let me give an example. Maybe you are posting on social media. This kind of relates to what's happening with me, so I think this reading is also for me. Maybe you are, but about boundaries with myself. Maybe you are posting a lot on social media, but on multiple accounts. And boundaries doesn't really make sense here, but it does at the same time, you'll see. And you need to set boundaries with yourself to be like, hey, I'm only going to post on this account on this day, and this account on that day, so you're able to have a good balance, and you're not going to overwork yourself to completion, I heard, to like overwork yourself. You're not going to overwork yourself to burn out, is what I mean. Then we have the world. The world, things are coming to completion because you're setting these boundaries. The wheel also kind of, the wheel is like the wheel and then the world, which isn't really the order, I don't think, but you know what I mean. That's kind of how I see the wheel, is you go to the wheel and then you get to the sun, or you get to death, or you get to any of the cards because of the wheel. The wheel, things moving in your favor, but also sometimes things are always moving in your favor, but you know what I mean. Like sometimes things move in your favor, but that means you have a little obstacle. I think things are moving in your favor in a good way, in the way that you want, because you're setting these boundaries. So because you're setting these boundaries, the answers you need are coming. This is where this comes in. The answers you need to how to set these boundaries are coming. The answers you need on how to be honest with yourself about certain things are coming. The answers that you've been wanting are coming, because Spirit is congratulating you for setting these boundaries, or when you do set these boundaries, Spirit is going to congratulate you. This is not to force you to do it right now. Take your time. Queen of Wands. I'm hearing to try to do it now, but also take your time. I'm not going to force you to do anything as well. We have the Queen of Wands. That's not what I'm here for. The Queen of Wands, I'm here to help you, you know? Queen of Wands, and helping you is not like forcing you to do something. Anyways, Queen of Wands, I'm gonna say something again. Queen of Wands, we have 2 rabbits here, which is interesting. And then we have 2 goats here, and then 2 people here. 222 could be very significant here. See, I'm gonna show you. So we have 2 like goats, I think they're goats here, and then we have, or they might be lambs. I don't know what they are. And then we have 2 people, and then we have 2 rabbits. So there's a lot of correlation with 2s. So 2s could be significant. Let me see if there's any other 2s. No, there's not. Okay. There's 2 flowers. Well, there's 3, but 2 on the view. There's a skull. Okay, there's a lot of 2s here. A lot. That's interesting. That's very interesting. And there's 2 rabbits on the box. I think 2s are significant in this deck, and I think there's a reason that you picked this reading for that. Queen of Wands. Let's get clarification on that. I got distracted for a second there. We have the 9 of Swords. You are finally making these boundaries. I think without these boundaries, you may have felt like this. You may have felt like the 9 of Swords. You may have felt down, depressed. I heard deceased, so maybe you're getting rid of something that has already died out, not literally, but in the sense of like something that's gone, something that is no longer meant to happen. Maybe you are moving on from that. That could be something small, that not small, but this is just a side message because of that. I don't know how to explain what's happening right now in my head, but Queen of Wands, which is kind of the point of being a tarot reading, but tarot reader. I just kind of let Spirit speak through me sometimes, so, which is what I'm doing right now. But also I'm coming through a little bit with my nervousness, so there's that. I think that is your reading for today. I think that's gonna wrap it up. I really hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to like and subscribe. Check out my Patreon, it's free to join, and if you want to book a reading with me, that'll be below as well on my Fiverr, which is Echoing Echo with 2 O's, I believe, but it's easier to find it with the link in the description because people can't seem to find it otherwise, probably because I haven't gotten that many sales, but I've gotten 2, which is nice. Thank you so much if you have bought from me, or if you're on my Patreon. Now, we're going to get to King of Cups, Pile 2. So if you are part of Pile 2, this is going to be your reading. Hello, Pile 2. You got the King of Cups, which is very interesting. A lot of emotions are happening right now, good or bad. Maybe you're very in tune with your emotions right now, or the opposite. We will see. Hello, Pile 2. As I'm shuffling, we're going to get a card. I do want to say I have a Patreon, it's free to join. And you can book a reading with me on Fiverr. Fiery Climax Approaches is the card we got. Full Moon in Aries. You could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, which is fire signs. You could be a fire sign if you don't know your zodiac, just fire signs, or someone in your life is a fire sign that's related to this. We have Hope and Happiness. I'm going to take 2 because they go along together, and I feel like it. I'm talking very fast today, so sorry if you can't understand me. Let's see, what's going on? The Forbidden Forest, Bravery, Persistence, Redemption. You know what I just imagined? Because of this, I imagined someone like at the end of a maze, but it's a forest maze. Like, the trees are really close together. This is really specific. Maybe you've been having visions like this, but the trees are really close together, so you can't get past them, and you're at the end of it, and you just made it, and you're finally out of it, but there's an empty space that needs to be filled with what you want. This is really deep, I'm sorry, but there's an empty space, like it's just like an empty desert, and it's dry right now, but you can like add vegetation, you can add water, you can add whatever you want, and you can make whatever you want now. So fiery climax approaches means that you're almost at the end of the maze. And the King of Cups kind of reminds me of like at the end of a maze or in the middle of a maze, there's like a statue, usually in the middle of a maze. So maybe you like had, I'm getting midlife crisis, I don't know what's happening there, but you may have had an epiphany, like in the middle of it, like, oh, I know where to go, or I know what to do. Or recently you've had an I know what to do, because you got to the crossroads. Maybe that was a while ago though, but anyways, because I'm getting that that's in the middle of the maze, and then you keep going, or it's at the end of it, I don't know. Lots of imagery here. The butterfly and the snowdrop, and the ladybug and the sweet pea, hope and happiness. So we have the butterfly and we have a ladybug, which when I think of butterflies and ladybugs, I love bugs, but these are two bugs that people find pretty, that people aren't grossed out by normally. Maybe some people are grossed out by all bugs. Let me know in the comments what bug's your favorite, but because I like knowing that. Also, it's fun, but the butterfly and the ladybug are both very beautiful bugs. I think these are some of the only bugs in this deck because of that, probably. And so I just see this being very beautiful. These cards in general are very beautiful. The Forbidden Forest is a very beautiful card. This deck, a lot of people ask about this deck, is the Magical Spirit Oracle. I'm using Magical Spirit Oracle, Woodland Wardens, and the Moonology Oracle deck. And then for the tarot, I'm using the Under the Oak Tarot. Let's get into more. We have the King of Pentacles. What's going on today for them? The King of Swords. That's way too many cards, Spirit. We just want one more. And then a clarification if we need it. I'm gonna need this later, I feel like. We'll take it for now. I don't know. We're gonna put that to the side, and if I feel like I need it, I'll take it. It's the Knight of Wands. 9, sorry, it sounded like Knight. We have the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the 5 of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles talks about stability. The King of Swords talks about intellect. It talks about going after your goals sometimes with intellect, with your mind. I don't know how to explain that card, but I know what it means in my head, but it's hard to explain. And the 5 of Pentacles is needing comfort, needing money. Maybe you are low on money, maybe you're low. It usually is money, but it could be that you need help mentally. Maybe you have mental health problems, issues, whatever they're called. But I think what this is talking about is, let me see, is you logically, maybe you are going to soon logically know this, and that's what this is talking about. So take this as it resonates. If you don't resonate with this right now, you may in the future, because I'm getting that this may be future energy for some of you. The King of Swords is, I think, saying that you logically know that it's going to get better. And I think this is where this card comes in, the Knight of Wands. I think you logically know it is going to get better for you. I think you logically know that you are almost at the end of the maze, and that the maze does not last forever. You can create your reality. And the thing about creating your reality is you also created the maze. The maze was in your mind. The maze the entire time you created. So the end of the maze is when you decide the end of the maze is, when you're able to get through challenges that you create, not that you created, but you know what I mean, that the universe created for you to learn. Sometimes it's you created it, but the universe created for you to learn. You get through these challenges, and you finally reach the end. And I think you're reaching the end because you realize that it's up to you. That it's up to you when you reach the end. It's up to the universe as well. But we have the King of Swords. Queen of Swords can be significant. Maybe you have a lover that you're meeting soon. That could be something. It isn't a love reading, but it could be, because this is what you need to hear reading. And then we have the King of Pentacles. I think things are going to be very stable. I think when you get to the end of this maze, there's going to be treasures. But the thing is, there's not going to be treasures right away. There's going to be a wasteland that you need to fill. So if you want treasures, you need to manifest it, is what I'm saying. If you want treasures, you need to tell the universe, I want these treasures, and the universe will give it to you. If it is not meant for you, the universe will not give it to you. But if it is meant for you, might as well try, right? Use your intuition with that. And then the 5 of Pentacles is you going through the maze and all this challenges. And you're probably wondering, this really depends what it is, but I think everything is meant to happen for a reason. Not necessarily everything, but certain things are meant to happen for a reason. I think everything happens for a reason, but some people argue with like certain things, so I'm not going to say I 100% believe that, but I do to a degree. We have the Five of Pentacles. These stages, you're wondering, why did I have to learn to love myself? Why didn't I love myself to begin with? That type of thing. If you're still working on that, that could be something that you need to work on, and that's like the final stage before you get there. Maybe you're at the beginning for some of you, and the beginning doesn't mean that it's a lawn maze, because you created the maze. The universe creates the maze as well with you, because you asked for it when you signed up for life, which I'm not really a past life believer, but I'm getting the fact that you like wanted this. I don't know why I'm getting that, but like I am. So if you believe in past lives, that could be something that you signed up for, like going through these trials and you're finally getting to the end. And there's gonna be more trials during life, and that's just life, right? And the Five of Pentacles is saying that you went through these trials and you're wondering why, and it is because the universe created it for you so you can get to the end. And you created it. It's almost like you created it from birth or something. I don't know how to explain it. I never get this spiritual or anything in readings, but it's like you created it. Sorry if this is throwing you off, but it's like you created it with the universe, or whatever you believe in, whoever you believe in. Could be your friends. Maybe you created it with your friends. I say that because some people don't believe in God or universe or anything, which I don't necessarily worship God, but I do believe, I guess. I believe in all sorts of gods and goddesses. Maybe I'm a little delusional in that sense, but whatever. I don't think so. I'm just insecure. But which is something I'm working on right now, and I think this reading is also for me because I'm getting through these challenges, and insecurity is one that I'm in right now, especially social settings. That could be something, maybe you're insecure about social settings for some of you. Pink could be significant. Singers could be significant, because I have a little poster in the back there. Oh my god. I think this is a sign to end this reading. If you were wondering any more, you can book a reading with me or ask below in the comments a question, and I will see if that's something I can answer in the comments or in a personal reading. Because if it's like an entire question of like, yeah, anyways, I do not do life or death questions, so if you're worried about that, I don't do those. Or anything to do with like abusive relationships or anything. Well, I do some, but I don't do like if someone's like hurting you. My advice is to seek out a professional if you're able to, right? My advice is not going to be. Anyways, if you want to book a reading with me, I felt like I needed to say that. That'll be below. If you want to join my Patreon for free, you can. If you subscribe to a tier, you can get 2 readings a month, and that's cheaper. Up to 2 readings a month. That is cheaper. You have to remind me though. You don't just get them. But that is cheaper. Sorry, I'm going to get to my point. That is cheaper than buying a tarot reading from me, but if you do want to buy a tarot reading from me, that is completely fine. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.